Okay. It says that I'm live right now. So, good evening, good morning, or good afternoon. Hey, you guys. Hey, hey, hey. And it is Ty. So, welcome or welcome back to my channel. If you are new and this is your first time here, I just want to say good evening, good morning, or good afternoon. It is currently 11:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and today is Friday. I believe it is the 25th. Today is Friday the 25th, I believe, like I said, 2022. So, for those of you who are new and this is going to be your first time stopping by, I just want to say good morning, good evening, or good afternoon. I am Toxica Ty, aka Ty Guidance. So, I am a spiritual healer, intuitive leader, motivational teacher, life coach, or an Israeli born bleed original Jew who was born and raised in New York City, who lived in the suburbia life of the DMV, who has traveled all across the world inside and out to understand her purpose. So, that being said, I'm just one person out of 7 billion people allegedly here on earth, equally suggesting advising information. So, that being said, I speak from a place of experience. I don't think I know everything. I don't want to think I need to know everything. And I don't do things for validation, approval, or attention. I do things with intention and with purpose. So, with that being said, on this channel, I don't tell people what to do or how to feel. So, because I speak from a place of experience, I know I don't think and I know I don't know everything. I suggest and advise what has helped me along my journey, what has worked for me, both good and bad, explaining how, who, what, when, where, and why, and how I felt the way that I did, understanding the who, what, when, where, and why, accepting, acknowledging, and adapting so I can move forward and grow. So, once again, if this is your first time here, I just want to suggest and advise that you check out plenty other videos that I've been posting. I've had my channel since July of 2019, and I'm going to continue to work on my channel. My intentions for the channel, as I've grown to appreciate this channel, of course, has changes. And just with that information being said, I too change. I understand that pain is a part of growth. And like anything in life, could be good or bad. It's about the perspective, how your life affects you, and how you choose to live your life. So, with that being said, doing what works for you, surrounding yourself with people, places, and environments to align yourself to grow, and removing people, places, environments, situations, behaviors that are no longer effective. So, how do we get there? How do we understand that? Understanding on this channel and the purpose of me existing is to take our time, is to practice patience, is to learn, is to unlearn, is to educate ourselves, is to uplift ourselves. So, how do I do that? The experience, what I've been through, what has helped me along my journey, interacting, traveling, exposure, good days, bad days, interpreting, moods, emotions, thoughts, journaling. So, something that I do and suggest and advise is getting a notebook, getting a journal. If you don't have a therapist, if you do not have friends, and if you don't feel comfortable expressing yourself verbally, physically writing down mentally where your mind is at, understanding what triggers you mentally, emotionally, so spiritually, financially, and intuitively, you can have and receive the abundance for your life because everybody's life is different. Everyone's goals and directions and agenda is going to be different. My channel, my purpose, me for the collective, and anybody who subscribes to my channel and to themselves is to embrace that. I'm just a vessel. So I'm a spiritual being who possesses a soul inside of a body. Meaning I'm made of light, of image, of the source that I pray to, higher being, which possesses the soul, which is our flesh, so the physical, the blood, our emotions, our thoughts inside of the vessel, which is the human body. So physically, what you guys see me in. The physical material item that I'm using right now for you guys to see my physical image is a camera, which is installed in my MacBook, which is considered to be a laptop, which is used with Wi-Fi, which we consider internet. So when it comes to not being distracted, when it comes to healing, it's all about attachments, labeling, programming, educating ourselves on these attachments, labels, and programming, detaching ourselves to these labels, attachments, and programming, understanding the labels so we can program ourselves with information that resonates best with us to move forward to understand the highest versions of ourselves. Because we, as people born into this world, we have everything we need. So on my channel, I suggest and advise information by using dictionaries, physical items. I break down key words from the title/topic because everyone in life does not have the same education. Everyone in life does not have the same resources. Everyone in life has not been exposed to certain backgrounds, cultures, environments, financially, emotionally, spiritually, and geographically. I'm aware of that. That's why, me personally, in this life, my karmic dues are to continue to be true to myself, which is allowing everybody in the collective who chooses to support themselves, of course, if you're here, to be whoever it is that they feel that they're meant to be. Because in my life, how I look at life, I do believe that everyone has a mission and that there are certain people, whether they're groups or individuals, who do certain things in this world. Now, we are living in a time where a lot of chaos and corruption is starting to expose itself. And me necessarily, the intentions that I have are not to cause any issues or to gain control, because just like me and the people who control the world, we have this power already. We already understand that this world is spiritual and that anything that you come in contact with is going to be physical or material. How you choose to get to these items, of course, is going to be aligned with your spirit and your intentions. But there are people who have power, in my opinion, how I look at life, who misuse it. They abuse it. They control, they destroy, they divide, they cause chaos, confusion, problems, wickedness, lustfully, inappropriately, physically, emotionally, financially. If you have power, which all of us equally can have, you use it for your greater good. To manipulate, to distract, to destroy, to take advantage of people, to me, that's not genuine. And once again, my intentions, my subscribers are for genuine people. If you don't resonate with any of this information or this light, all I could suggest and advise is that you continue to, figure out what works for you and to not focus on me or any of my subscribers, because I am the face of my videos as well as this platform and anybody who chooses to stand behind me. So I have mentors or people that I look up to. I'm just going to name some. Harriet Tubman, obviously I never met her, and Eric Thomas. They are very passionate, motivational speakers or leaders, I'll just say. And in this time right now, for those of you who are just joining, I just want to suggest and advise that you make sure you check out other videos that I have. I have over 400 plus videos live and daily uploads, from 1 minute to an hour plus videos for you guys to check on when it comes to healing that you can check out. But right now, in the time right now, for those of you guys who are returning, and if you are stopping by, this is the type of time that I'm on. I'm about to be on my Harriet Tubman, my Eric Thomas type of time. So the title for this video was Don't Get Distracted or Don't Be Distracted Introduction. Meaning, I'm making this introduction video because This month, like I've stated already, because that's another thing I don't do, is I don't talk for my health now. Okay. I know that if I go outside Monday through Friday, Saturday through Sunday, December through January is always going to stay the same. The only thing that changed was the actual year. So it is now 2022. I don't talk for my health. With this month and the rest of this year being said, any and anybody who chooses to come across this page, I'm letting you know now. I'm not Harriet Tubman, so I'm not going to hold a gun to your head. And I'm not Eric Thomas, and I'm trying my best not to use profanity. But I'm Talks with Ty, and I'm going to let you know now, I'm not tolerating it. Because guess what? The same way that I want you all to heal and to raise your frequency, and I have all this power, just like the people who control, is the same way the people who have all the power and the control are going to realize, hey, Ty has power, and she's giving her power to her subscribers, which means if I raise my frequency to as high and to the fullest level that it could be on, and there are other groups of people that I'm able to influence, their frequency is going to raise, which means the people who are used to controlling the rest of the collective, their power that they have is going to slowly drop. And when their power slowly drops, the rest of the world, which is us, which is the people, which are the most important people on this planet, our frequency and our vibration is going to raise high. It's like a balance. And they know that. The people who control the world have the most power. They only need 1%, and it only takes one person. It only takes one person to change the direction in which a group of people walk in. It only took Dr. Martin Luther King being assassinated to have some form of integration, which started less than 20 years ago. And this is another thing for anybody who chooses to join. This is an honest channel, meaning the past is the moment that no longer exists. We are in the present moment working on our future. Anything that we've done in the past, good or bad, we're healing from. We've accepted so it can be in the present moment. We're not holding on to people, places, and things that do not align with ourselves. Anything that has happened up until the year 2022, and honestly, truthfully, up until February 20th, because February 20th, 2022 doesn't even exist no more. Anything up until February 20th, you guys, or I will give you, or from January 1st, if it wasn't from January 1st, 2022, anything that's ever happened to you, I want you to kiss it goodbye, because we don't have time to stay in the past. That's the reason why the 1%, even though it's 1%, that 1% controls the rest of the 99% of the people, the 7 billion people that they know allegedly are on Earth. They're able to document that down because they have access. We, the 7 billion people, we are supposed to have the most power, not the people who control and divide and say who, what, when, where, and why gets to have certain privileges. No, no. All of our lights and all of our spirits equally live on this planet together. How do I know? Because there are other spirits and beings who live on this planet that I've interacted with. And for those who are human, allegedly, there are allegedly 7 billion of us documented. And I'm saying us because I can't necessarily take off my mask just yet, but I'm letting you guys know this year is going to be the year that Ty takes off. She's going to take off her mask. Why? Because as the year goes on, so will time and so will life. One thing about me in this channel, because I'm very honest, those are my intentions. Like I said, anything from the past, we're not dealing with it. I'm not dealing with it. The drama, the BS, let it go. The reason why we're still in and continuously fighting for our rights is because some people don't want to accept, and that is fine. There are certain things in life you're not going to be able to change, and you're not going to be able to have necessarily closure with. This is why we have to learn from our decisions. They know this. The distraction that's going on, this war, for those of you who say that you're spiritually woke, and the reason why I say stuff like this, you guys, you'll understand why, I guess, people say I'm opinionated, but I mean, I really do mean well. So if I'm opinionated, I'm opinionated. It's okay. The reason why I have such strong opinions or beliefs, and the reason why I get so upset is with society, is because people not thinking for themselves. And it's not to say, and once again, I get it, everybody cannot be on the same frequency at life at the same time, because until everyone heals, it will be very chaotic. A lot of people will be very scared. And I get it. But to completely program people from kindergarten to 12th grade, and then if you're not, you know, exposed to life, meaning having to deal with any form of suffering or trauma, because the more privileged you are in your life, the more entitled you get to be. The less privileged you are, the less entitled you get to be. So the people who have power are aware that people are afraid. It's easy to scare people. It's easy to sit here and tell people, lie to people, or make up things, or have people focus on something that the thing that they could be focusing on goes over their head, or they're not focusing on it because they're too scared. That's like television. As you guys know, and I'm gonna get off here because I did what I needed to do. Like I said, this is gonna be a 3 part. So I'm going live 2 other times later today, but this is the intro. We're just getting started. Recently, because I don't watch TV, I have not watched TV, and I haven't watched the news in like years. The last time I think I watched TV, you guys, for real, was like 2016. And the only reason why I watch TV now, the only thing I've seen on TV, I lied. Last year was the BET Awards, because I was like curious, because I haven't watched TV since 2016. Like, I haven't watched, you guys, I'm a New York Giants fan in America. I have not watched the New York Giants play football since 2016, because one, our team is just, you know, if you know, you know. But it's a reason why. The television televised to tell lies. You have people who believe, and it's scary. This is why, to me, it's not me being opinionated and me just like, okay, I think people are idiots. And no, I'm starting to realize my purpose is bigger than me, you guys. So the stuff in the flesh and the 3D and the physical world that I think is idiotic and stupid, my higher self is like, hey sis, you gotta let people know that people will watch the news, which is a television, which is broadcast, which means stage, perform, pre-edited, pre-thought of, advertised through the media for any and everyone to see. So if they put information that is false, incorrect, or to trap you mentally for you to be afraid in front of you, to be programmed to, for everyone to see in the world, that's going to raise everyone's vibration. Let's just say that, let's call it this spooky meter. Your spookiness went from 0 to 1,000,000,000,000. And what do they do everywhere? They broadcast it. ABC, 123, Fox, all of those people are controlled. There are 2 major corporations on the planet, not the world, because I know you guys know that there are only 6 when it comes to networks, when it comes to the internet and the Wi-Fi, for those who say they're woke, because you've been spiritual your entire life. Like, the fact that 2019 going into 2020, that this pandemic had to have this physically come to earth for the spiritual community or the spiritual people to wake up, this is ridiculous. This is going to continue to go on. We are currently time traveling. Me personally, like I said, I'm telling on myself, I don't have nothing to lose. I'm not scared. I'm a time traveler, you guys. Time traveling is a real thing. Okay? Time traveling is a real thing. It's not a joke. I'm a time traveler. I currently am in my timeline, and as time goes on, any and everything I say is going to come to pass. Just because one, I don't talk for myself, and two, I'm tired of being here. I am. I'm sorry. I'm tired of being here. But my point of saying the time traveling, I came in the 21st century. So my timeline in this lifetime as her, because once again, I'm a spirit who possesses my flesh, which is the blood that I bleed inside of the body. Because guess what? My body is mortal. My spirit is not. Meaning in life, you only live for however long you're going to live for. I decided to come to this timeline and I'm starting to get familiar. And that's another thing for those of you guys who are spiritual, because you guys know, like, you've been spiritual since you came out the womb. But because, like I said, from kindergarten to 12th grade, a good majority of our lives, people don't even realize that. People don't even realize, like I said, the sky isn't the sky. But anyways, I decided to be born in the 21st century from the 90s up until I'm experiencing this life because in my past lives, I'm not gonna lie, you guys, and as a child, everything is starting to make sense. I've been bad. I've been bad. I have not always been positive. I have not always been genuine. I have not always been about God. And this is where a lot of people are going to start to realize that one, ring around the roses, a pocket full of whatever ashes, we all fall down. People are going to start to realize who they are during these times. You will start to realize your worth during these times. You're going to start to see anything and everything that has been written or that has been told to you. You're going to start to realize and you're going to start to see. So I've decided to time travel in this lifetime as her because in my past, I haven't always been a good person. And in life, what I've learned from my experiences in this lifetime as her, as Ty, as a representative right now, is to tell the truth. And what you put out in the world comes back to you, good or bad. When I was wrong and I was on the side of the losing team, which wasn't being in my spirituality, or which wasn't serving God or being the highest version of myself, I came in contact with what people would say demons or the devil. And I've had certain situations from my life be exposed to me, come right back to me 10 times more than what I put out. So you come to this world to learn lessons. You come to this world to understand certain decisions, karmic lessons that you have in this life. And your karmic lessons are going to be based off of the decisions you make in your past, your present, and your future from lives previously, or if this may be your first time here visiting Earth. It's up for you to decide necessarily. Now, for me to sit here and pinpoint everybody's path, or that's not my job. My job is to just let people know that they're here. It is okay to not be afraid and to understand what path that you want to go on, and that regardless of what path you choose to, as long as it is true to your heart, because that is what God is going to judge at the end of the day. It is your heart. It is your heart she's going to look at or light. Because once again, to be very honest, God is light. God is light. God is the source. But the first group of people on this earth were women. God, just like any word and label and title, is just that. It's not to say supernatural things do not exist, because they do. That's like wind. I could sit here and take my 5 fingers like this and wave them back and forth. As I'm physically waving my hand back and forth, I could feel air. I could feel wind. Just because I can't see it doesn't mean it's not there. And me personally on this channel, it's not my job to sit here and convince people on what's real and what's not. This is why I had to understand to do things in order, to be specific and strategic. When I first started this channel, I was just making general videos like just simple, so I thought good motivational life coach, positive, genuine healing videos. Then it wasn't until I expanded my channel and I was fortunate to receive, advice, constructive criticism from certain mentors and certain people. And B Loves Life specifically, she's a mukbanger, told me to make my videos longer and expand. And that's what I've been doing now, and like learning to grow and learning to change and learning to live life and experience just like everybody else on this earth. There's no right or wrong way to live your life. Once again, this is why I'm here speaking from my experience to show you guys what has helped me along my journey for those who choose. Everyone in life is not going to choose to be who they are. Everyone in life may not understand that, that this is the spiritual world, and that's okay. I'm not for everybody. That's why I said in this video, for those of you who choose to stop by, for those of you who choose to believe, that it's a choice. It is a choice. Anybody who chooses to subscribe to this channel, you're choosing to. I don't want anybody to just subscribe. I don't want anybody to just watch me. I know that people are going to watch me and people are going to have say things and people are going to do, but those people, like I said, they're not my focus. My focus are for people who genuinely want to move forward. So with that being said, this is the intro. I'm going to go ahead and end this video in the next couple of minutes. Now, of course, if anybody joins, I will continue, but I will continue on with my further videos. So this is an intro. So the whole purpose of me making this video for today, as of right now, in the videos that I'm going to make later in the video, is to not be distracted. It doesn't matter if you're blue. It doesn't matter if you're red. It doesn't matter if you're brown. It doesn't matter if you're white. One thing I had to learn, and one thing I want to suggest and advise, is doing things in order and taking our time to do so. So when it comes to healing, like I said, I was making videos in general, which I will continue to do. But one thing I realized is that I need to say the stuff that's uncomfortable and getting that out the way so any and everything else can just flow and follow. And anything that I say, I'm mindful that is going to be posted on the internet. I'm mindful that people are going to start questioning what I say. People are going to question what I say and do. People are going to try to figure out. People have copied and are going to continue to copy what I say and do. I am aware of the pros and the cons. I am prepared and I've always been ready. Okay, I've been born ready. I am SpongeBob SquarePants. What is it called, you guys? Spiritual animal. Okay, if I had to be a spiritual animal, SpongeBob SquarePants would be my spiritual animal. I am ready. I've been born ready. And like I've said already, I'm tired. Okay, you guys, like the only goal that I have in life at this point is just to be healthy. Physical and material items do not define my worth, and they shouldn't define your worth either. Now, of course, if you like those things, enjoy them, because in life, that's another thing. This is why it's so important to live your best life. You only get to be you one time in this physical body. It's not to say that you won't come back in life and that you won't be anything else, but to be you, like specifically to look this way, that's why you're born, with your features, your eyes, your nose, everything, the way you are, the day you were born, specifically the way you're supposed to be. And to realize how long it took for you to be this person. Now, when it comes to masculine, and feminine energy, there are two genders, male and women. Now, you can have women like myself who are very masculine, but also feminine, knowing that I'm still a female and learning to, embrace or just be in tune with certain sides. That's the same thing with men. Like men are men. They may be more feminine at the end of the day, but they're still a male at the end of the day. So knowing and accepting who you are, understanding the difference between your feminine and your masculine energy, and doing what works for you. So just know that this year is going to be very trigger warning. This page is about to be very transparent. It's the difference between being like blunt and an asshole and honest. Like you could be real. You don't have to be an a-hole. You don't have to talk to people crazy. You could say what you need to say respectfully and go about your business. You don't have to drag it. You don't have to be rude. If you're a savage, then, It's your actions as well as your words. So with that being said, I'll go ahead and end this video, you guys. This is the intro of multiple videos for the rest of this month in this year. It's a lot of things that distract us, like TV, music, radio, and I too have, like I said, anything that I've gone through or suggesting advising, I've gone through. So I'm not just coming on here, just, oh, I think I'm this or I think I'm that, being King Julian. Even though I do have a lot of powers, just like everybody on this earth equally, I'm not abusing them. Like, you don't have to manipulate energy to be successful when you could just transmute it. Like, you giving is way more than you receiving. You want to be the giver than you are the receiver. It's so much easier to take from someone, but it's so much more to be the person to take from. Like, knowing your worth and doing what works for you. So that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Stay tuned. It's 12:15 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm probably going to do a poll on my Instagram and my Twitter. And that's another thing. If you guys are not following me to support me and to interact, I will be blocking people. I know I'm not going to be able to block everybody, but my intentions are only for the people I want to attract. I'm only surrounding and following and focusing on people that I want to have around me. So if you don't have those intentions, if I knew you 3 years ago, if I knew you 3 months ago, I don't have any negative energy towards you. I don't hate anybody. I love everybody equally, but you're not in my life. We're not friends. We're not associated. I don't want any parts to do with you. I've forgiven you and I've forgiven myself. If you're not trying to move forward, if you're not trying to grow, and it's not saying that you have to follow or like all my posts or comments, but it's like you could tell who's for you and who's not once you learn to focus and appreciate yourself. Like, I am so at the point in my life where it's like anything that I want is going to come to me because I'm aligning myself. And that comes with the relationships on social media, understanding that I'm putting myself in the internet to be in front of the public eye. Like, my initial and intentional thought when I had this idea was not to be like famous, because to me there's no such thing as celebrities. Like, nobody is a celebrity in my mind, and if you are a celebrity, I consider celebrities real people who done real events to help the collective. So a celebrity to me is like Malcolm X, Dr. Martin Luther King, Harriet Tubman, Rosa Parks. Those are celebrities. Those are people that I would sit here, be proud of to meet and say, like, that's somebody I would want to be like. Not people who don't do anything for themselves or for the world. And it's not to knock anybody. Like, if you want to be an entertainer, entertain people, but using your power and your privileges is for good. I'm all about having genuine intentions. And I know everyone is not going to have those, so I don't expect it, but that's why I'm letting you guys know. Like, if you don't have those, like, don't focus on me. I'm going to be fine. I'm going to be doing well. And I want you to do well too. But you can't live your life and live mine for me. And this is why we can't be distracted. That's the same thing. Like, people watching TV, people watching news, and this is how they keep you guys distracted. But we're going to talk about that later today. So make sure you give this video a big thumbs up. Make sure you're commenting down below. Make sure you subscribe. And make sure you guys are following me on my Instagram and my Twitter at Ty_guidance. I do not have a Facebook, Snapchat, or a TikTok. So any of that information, it is not me. I will never DM you guys to do a reading or to do bookings. Yes, I am very in tune with the clairs, so I do see, feel, and sometimes I'm able to hear, but I haven't done one-on-one interactions on YouTube. I only do them on my Instagram, and anybody who's ever had those readings, you guys know what to do, and you guys know how I go about with that information. But until I have, my website, and until I post that information, you guys use your discernment. Please be mindful of what you listen to. Please be mindful of what you're watching, and please be mindful of the time and energy that you're putting towards yourself. Even when it comes to me, the reason why I'm saying this information is not only for you guys to question, but I want you to. Like, for someone to sit here, that's like, let's just say I'm the boy who cried wolf. If I'm crying wolf and I keep saying the wolf is coming, or whatever the story was, hold me accountable. Because when that wolf shows up, you need to be like, oh my God, Ty said that there was going to be a wolf coming. and the wolf showed up, or Ty said that there was a wolf showing and the wolf never, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's for you. It's not for me, you guys. I don't need this information. I know that merrily, 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 row, row, row your boat gently down the stream.